Smoking dank Sinatra, that's all gas. On the hunt in the tall grass. Intercepting every ball pass, then I run it back, that's a TD. Check the scoreboard, y'all last. We up one, you see me. Pussy niggas wanna talk about it, go to Hellcat, no demon. I be politicking on your broadcast at the red carpet like the famous homie. Act a bitch, really famous homie, and you know it's in me. It ain't on me. So creative like I made Adobe. I've been balling like I play with Kobe.
What's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy Dank Sinatra. We are back, man. PolitiKan the podcast. It's been about a year and a half, almost 2 years, man. But we used to hit y'all with that consistent content, them debates, and a lot of that political information, man. So we had to bring it back, especially in today's climate. It was heavy on my heart to just come back, because a lot of these topics, a lot of this information is necessary, man. But I got a slew of the homies, man, some returners, and we got the homie Travis that's joining us for the first time. And we finna get to it, man. But first topic we gonna get to, man, is the Paul George 25 game suspension. We gotta talk about Paul George, man. Used to be one of my favorite players. But as the last 4 or 5 years, man, he's just been on the downturn, and this is just another hiccup, man. We got to get to my boy Russell Westbrook, man. The resurgence of Russell Westbrook over there with the Kings. They just dealt Dennis Schroeder up out of there. So that means that they believe in Westbrook and they going to give him some burn at least for the rest of the season. So get to Russell Westbrook. We got to get to the Super Bowl predictions, man. We got the Patriots versus the Seahawks, man. Like old school nostalgic. Tom Brady, versus Pete Carroll versus Beast Mode, but we got a Seahawks fan in here too, so I already know he finna get on his soapbox. And we got to get to that halftime performance with Bad Bunny. There's no that way that we could talk about the Super Bowl and not talk about Bad Bunny's performance and why the NFL chose Bad Bunny as a performer in the first place. And the unfortunate news of Don Lennon being arrested and our First Amendment rights being attacked. Let's bring in the cast. What's the deal, homies? What's the deal, fools?
What up? What up? What up?
How y'all been? How y'all been?
All right, all right.
Man, been
Black
great.
History Month, feeling good, baby, feeling good.
but y'all heard about this Paul George news, man. So what's y'all thoughts on this Paul George suspension for 25 games? They have not said what substance he actually got caught on. From his standpoint, he said that he was taking some mental illness medication and he got it mixed up, and that's why he's getting his 25 game suspension. What are you guys' thoughts on this Paul George situation? And do you think that he'll come back stronger, or is this like the beginning of the end for Paul George?
Well, I would say this when it comes to Paul George. I think he's a tremendous player. He's been a tremendous player for a while. I think, honestly, it could help him because, he takes 25 games off his legs, and he already got old legs anyway. And if they, depending on, they get a 5-point, whatever, like thing where they can sign somebody like one of those vets who on a buyout. So maybe you add a good vet on a buyout, and you add to the team until he gets back. So I would say, when it comes to Paul George, I think that he can help them in the playoffs more than he can help them in the regular season anyway.
Well, I'll go ahead.
Yeah,
So
I
I
see it
think.
from that. Go
Oh,
ahead,
go
bro.
ahead, y'all. My bad. Go ahead. You first, y'all.
No. Nah, I see it from that angle a bit too. The whole drug itself is kind of, we gotta wait and see what information comes out. It's a little weird because I'm under the impression that it's a drug that have to do with his mental health, but on the other side, they're saying the drug that he took was performance enhancer. So I don't know many mental health drugs that also boost up your performance. So that's where it gets a little crazy with that. But we'll wait till more details come out, or they actually say what the drug technically was. Like my man said, 25 games off, and it's not a vacation. I mean, you a lot of money, but um, you make that money back in the playoffs. Guys can go far enough, and yeah, go pick up a vet. You know what I'm saying? Clippers been doing people dirty anyway, so go pick up a Chris Paul. He, so but other than that, man, that's the only confusing part for me is health drug. Why is it coming out saying it's a he got in trouble because of a performance enhancer drug? So once again, you know, there's a mental health drug that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. I ain't never heard of that. What you got, Mayor?
I mean, I'm I'm more or less thinking that it was the timing is kind of crazy. He had a really bad start to the season. He just had that last game of like what 37, 9 threes. Really looked like playoff P was back. And then when you think about Edgecombe as a rookie,
Wait, wait, wait,
you
wait,
know,
wait, 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 wait. Did you say playoff P?
we're podcasting. I'm a Laker fan, sir. I'm only adding content for the viewers,
Hey,
right?
you say
And you see
playoff
how
P
it
was back?
no, but look, but how perfect was my verbiage? It did, spark a rise out of you. Hopefully, it gets other people to feel the same way. Because like we haven't seen no playoff P in a long time. No disrespect to him, but 9 threes in a game, that's good. You haven't seen that from anybody in a little while, at least outside of what Steph, maybe Luca, maybe a healthy Dame Lillard. So or Clay Thompson. No disrespect to Clay, but I really just think that it was like false hope, I guess maybe. It was looking like it was about to be something crazy. This hits, and for 25 games, he's not coming back till March. So, yes, his older legs can rest. If they stay where they are, they're in the play-in, right? They can make a run for playoffs. They do have that salary cap or that luxury tax that they can use now since he won't get paid the amount that he's supposed to get paid during those games. That's almost like 12 million. They'll have like 5 to 6 to play with, but I I really don't see it being something that helps him in the long run. It helps Philadelphia if they can find the right piece to replace him, but he's a defensive stopper first. If they can't make up the difference on defense, they won't really have much to look forward to in the playoffs. And if he can't be a defensive stopper and can't, produce good offensive numbers, then, he is the last one in his draft class. So not everybody can be LeBron.
No, I mean, yeah, I think LeBron, Steph, KD's made like where old guys can play in the NBA and still kill. Not a lot of old guys can, you know what I'm saying, like do what they're doing. I mean, as great as Kobe was, Kobe should have retired in 2012. That was his last great year. He was all NBA first team, averaged 27 a game. Then at the end of that year, he tore his Achilles. And then he just kept getting hurt. So, yeah, by the way, I don't know if you saw the breaking news. Clippers is trying to trade James Harden.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's their only trade. That's their only trade piece, him and Zubac. So, I mean,
Yeah, they can't get
you
rid of
can't get rid
Kawhi.
of
He's
You
already
can't get rid of Zubac. Kawhi's. I mean, what else can you do?
So I just had to tell y'all that.
but back to
Just
Paul George, man.
trash.
I think that it all depends on the medicine, just like y'all said, man. If it's actually a PED, then of course he just throw the book at him. You have to be strict. You're a business. You have to set precipice for the rest of the league. But if it's an actual like antidepressant or mood inhibitor or something for his mental health, and then a 25 game suspension is not warranted. That's you got to revisit your policy. You got to come up with something else that's not adequate going forward. So I think that it really depends on what that drug is. If that drug was some testosterone that got him out here dunking and shooting 9 threes in the game, then hey man, we need that out of here. We can't allow that. But if it's something really for his mental health, like he stated he was, then I think that the league got to reevaluate their policies. You can't just if I'm prescribed this and it's for my mental health, I have to balance my life first, and my life is outside of this basketball court, and my mental health takes goes with me everywhere I go. So I can't just worry about my mentality on this court, and I think that that's where I'm a little confused. We got to see what that drug is, man.
It's that Ryan
I don't know.
Garcia, man. It's that Ryan Garcia.
Mm.
I know Ryan Garcia.
We
He
know
did
it's
have
not
to
what
vacate,
KD.
man.
We know it's not what KD's on because they approved that a couple seasons back. So
Uh-huh. But who don't need no mood inhibitors is my boy Russell Westbrook, man, because he is going crazy over there with Sacramento. They just traded away Dennis Schroeder because he was actually signed to be the starter, but Russell Westbrook won over the starting job and looked like he got it to keep it. So they traded Schroeder away. What do y'all think about Russell Westbrook's comeback? Is this just like just a fad, or you think that he got a couple more years, just like we mentioned with LeBron and these older, players having these great seasons later on in their careers? Do you think that Russell Westbrook is one of them, or this is just a fad, and soon the hype will be over? What's your thoughts on Russell?
I got to jump in on this one first. I'm sorry, guys. As much as I'm a Laker fan, anyone that knows me knows I'm not the biggest of LeBron fans. And I always looked at LeBron as like, say, Magic Johnson 2.0. But since no one gives him that title of being a point guard, the second option of best point guards in this last like 10 to 15 years has to be Russell Westbrook. And if you take in consideration that right now, this season, he is actually statistically doing better than LeBron, minus the point total and the actual field goal percentage. LeBron's at like 20 with 50% from the field goal. Russell Westbrook's at 15, shooting like 43 from the field goal. But everything else, he's ahead of him. Rebounds, assists, steals, even 3-point percentage. He has 13 double-doubles this season and 4 triple-doubles. Like, if Westbrook had more than 25 minutes a game with the Lakers, with who was he last with Denver, even though he did pretty well with Denver, if they would have gave him more minutes, he would be able to produce at a higher clip like he has almost his entire career. I mean, he's literally the best point guard, statistically speaking, in more categories than none. And maybe the setting was just bad for him, and now that he's around people that believe that he can be Westbrook, he's just showing us he can still do it.
So you saying that LeBron ruined his name? He put
LeBron
dirt on
ruined
his
his
name?
LeBron ruined his time in LA, because I feel like not only did that hinder him with the Lakers, it also hindered him with the Clippers, because there was just so much of a negative narrative around him that you weren't able to see what he was really bringing to the team. Like, all the positivity that he brought, he still practiced hard. He still worked out just as much. I mean, both of them are two of the most athletic players in the NBA. Also, when you look at health, like, you don't see Westbrook ever injured, just like you don't see LeBron injured unless he's choosing to be injured for resting. So, you give flowers where they're due. Like, Westbrook has been that guy for a very long time, and he's showing he can still produce. If you're giving 15, 6, and 6 coming off the bench more than you're starting, I mean, you could literally start at any point guard position right now in the NBA.
Yeah. Well, I would say when it comes to Westbrook, he's the perfect regular season player. Like regular season, like, day in, day out, game in, game out. He gonna give you everything he got. everybody doesn't do that in the NBA. Like, everybody was saying with LeBron. I mean, but obviously I get it because he's 41 years old. But, like Westbrook is going to play hard on a Friday night, a Tuesday night, a Sunday night, a Monday, he's going to play hard no matter what it is. So I would say he is the perfect kind of player. Now, I knew that it wouldn't work with LeBron because LeBron is a ball-centric player, even though he passes. And Westbrook is a ball-centric player. Now, the difference between Westbrook and Kyrie is that Kyrie can kind of, do it when he wanted to and just go get buckets when he wanted to. Well, Westbrook is a constant, he's like just a constant, put pressure on the ball, putting pressure on the team. So I always knew that wouldn't work because LeBron don't need that kind of point guard because he's essentially the prototypical point forward, if you want to say. So I'm happy for Westbrook. I think he's going to play. Sacramento's kind of revived his career. I hope he stays there. I hope he doesn't try to go anywhere else and try to hoop. Like, stay in Sacramento. You're close to home, close enough to home, and, kill and do your thing.
Yeah, I feel that, though.
Yeah.
What you got, yeah?
Well, it doesn't stop here, ladies and gentlemen. You guys think I forgot. I haven't forgot. You know what it is. At the end of the day, shout out to my boy Derrick Rose. Yes, Derrick Rose is always going to be in conversation. Speaking of Derrick Rose, I remember being on this podcast and you guys were saying that Derrick Rose was washed. Okay, cool. If Westbrook has this revived career, there was one point in time after Derrick Rose's injuries when he was on the New York Knicks and he was averaging 18 points a game. Y'all said he was washed, but Westbrook's not washed on the Sacramento Kings doing 15 points a game. Okay, cool. Then when Derrick Rose had his career high and got his 50 points, and then about time he got to there, his 3-point percentage was like he went from not being able to shoot threes to averaging a percent. You guys still said he was trash. So I'm just trying to understand how we're all in here saying Westbrook has made his comeback on what he did, but when Derrick Rose was doing his thing and career highs, all of his numbers went up, actually a better player than what he was, dishing the ball, 18 points per game, almost run 6 man of the year. Y'all were saying he was trash. So I just want to know how you guys are doing this math.
Oh, well, I never said he was trash.
I love it.
I never said he was trash.
You weren't here.
Well,
You were exempt, sir. You were exempt.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Well, hey, no, hey,
I'm just saying.
I've never said that Derrick Rose was trash, nor did I say he was washed. I just felt like he never really got the opportunity to show that what he was capable of before we started saying that his career was over and that he couldn't positively affect the team. But it is quite ironic though, where Westbrook and Derrick Rose were considered, they were cut from the same cloth, more or less. Extremely athletic. They were lacking mid-range. They needed to add a lot of different things to their bag. And I think if I'm catching what Yajaketa is putting down, if in fact Derrick Rose got this same respect towards the end of his career, we might have had a different narrative at the end of his career.
And I want to say this.
It's all right.
Let me ask you a quick question for you. Who in the all-time pantheon of point guards, do you put Russell Westbrook under Derrick Rose, or you put Derrick Rose under Russell Westbrook?
Unfortunately, Westbrook has to go higher only because, he played more games than Derrick Rose, but if we
Two-time
were able to
MVP.
go hypothetically, but he's still the youngest MVP. Anyways, be time, but you ain't the youngest. You didn't do it in your third season. So it took you a lot longer, and it actually took you when, Kevin Durant left, and then when Steven Adams came out and publicly told us that the front office told us to, hey, back off, don't get the rebound so Westbrook can get it. Yeah, okay, that's how you got your stat. It's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But if we go prime, Westbrook ain't freaking with Derrick Rose. But
That's
if we go off of
that
what
was my
reality
point.
is, you gotta give
Yeah,
it you gotta give it to
like
Westbrook.
people love Westbrook because the story, the narrative, the fact that he basically crashed and burned with the Lakers, and then he built his way back up, where everybody felt like Derrick Rose is at this super elite level as a player
Hmm.
at his peak. Like I'm talking about the early Chicago Derrick Rose. They thought he was like maybe not as good as LeBron, but right there. And some people thought he was just as good as LeBron. So I think peak for peak, the Derrick Rose, it's like I feel like this. When Kobe averaged 17, like his last year with the Lakers, or 16, people said he was, fell off, right? LeBron this year is averaging 22, 7, and 6, and people calling him washed. You know what I'm saying? He averaging 22,
That's
7,
what
and
I'm
6 at
pointing
21.
out.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
so that's the whole point of the Derrick Rose thing. Yeah. You're 100% right.
How is
You also
one
got to
how
think
is
about
one person trash?
it's all about
Go
impact
ahead, Kevin.
also.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
impact and I think for Russell Westbrook, like Travis said, it's more about the backstory. He was supposed to be a bad teammate. He was supposed to not be a coach for the youngsters. He was supposed to be like this dude that wasn't like a mentor, that was hard to coach. He had all these negatives, and now in with the Kings, he's proving them wrong. He's being that mentor. He's being that leader in the locker room. He's showing it on the court. All the things that you said he couldn't do, he's doing now. And yes, Derrick Rose didn't get that opportunity, and maybe he could have, but that ship has sunk, man. Derrick Rose is over with. But as far
Yeah.
as Russell Westbrook, like you mentioned, I think that
Hey,
he should just stay with the
how are
Kings.
you
If he
saying?
if
How are
he
you saying?
if he takes this and he tries to move on and tries to restart himself or do this again with another team, I don't think it's gonna work. So I think this is just fire in the hole right here. And if he takes this and tries to go anywhere else, he's gonna just have the same problems that he had before. So I think that he found it. It's working right now. Don't change anything. Stay right here. End your career with the Kings.
Yeah. I agree.
But let's get to the Super Bowl, man. So
How's he making an impact if Kings are close to last in the league? Let's get to the Super Bowl. Let's get
Ticket
to
sales, ticket
let's-
sales, ticket sales, ticket sales, jerseys.
Oh,
all
got it.
right.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
All
Yeah.
right, let's get to the Super Bowl, man. So we got the Seahawks versus the Patriots, man. One of our old school throwback rivalries, man. We all remember that Super Bowl on the 1 yard line with Malcolm Butler, and he caught that interception, and the Patriots went on to win.
Why you
And
gotta bring
everybody
that up?
was like, why the hell did you not run that ball with Beast Mode when Beast Mode got tackled on the half-yard line and you literally needed a half
Why you gotta
yard
bring that up?
to get the Super Bowl, and you threw it, and Malcolm Butler made that improbable interception. Ever since then, Seahawks have been looking for their
Why you gotta bring
revenge.
that up?
They have not ever been back. And now the Seahawks are back with the improbable quarterback. And we got the Patriots. They had this is the first time head coach with Vrabel, the first year with the team. Who do y'all got in the Super Bowl, man? Y'all got the Seahawks or y'all got the Patriots? We already know who y'all got, man. So who y'all
Yeah.
got? Because we already know what he got.
Okay, well, I do think Seattle overall has the more talent, and their talent is playing together. So I think it can go a couple ways. It can go the first Super Bowl with Seattle when they played Denver and destroyed them, or it can go the next Super Bowl where it's close, and then maybe the Patriots, make a play down the stretch and beat them. But I really think that Sam Darnold's playing well. The defense is almost like the Legion of Boom in a way. They are fast. I was watching them against the Rams, and the Rams have the best offense in the NFL. And I'm just like, man, they would just, own them, like boom, 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 and I just think that Seattle is a heck of a matchup, because they got all them young boys. They're all hungry. I know Lawrence is hungry because he was a Cowboy. So I just think that they have a lot of talent. Now, it depends on if May can handle the pressure that Seattle's going to bring him, because like I said, if he can handle the pressure, then New England has a chance. Because New England got a heck of a defense too. They just got the no-name defense, kind of like what they were in the past. Like those no-name dudes, in one great corner. Just like Ty Law was back in the day. They have one tremendous corner and all no-name dudes, and they kill him. So I would say the game is the reverse of the 2016 game, 28-24 Seattle.
What you got, y'all? Resident Seahawks fan. I'll give it to you. You on the bandwagon. You actually, that's a Cardinal though. That ain't no Seahawks. What is that? That's a rooster.
First of all,
Does it look like a rooster?
Yes. First of all, I'm a rooster. Birds of a feather flock together, and I've been coming on here, and this is just another thing when I come up on here and I say Seahawks, and I was talking about, we're going to be doing something. Geno Smith, he showed us a little bit of something, and y'all were on here talking about, nah, man, Seahawks is done. Seahawks is trash. Y'all don't got nobody. Y'all don't got nothing. So then we got rid of people. We got rid of DK Metcalf. We got rid of Pete Carroll. And then we got Darnold. Then we end up getting some defense, the new Legion of Boom and everything like that. Now y'all talking about us in the Super Bowl. We ain't talking about no Rams. We ain't about no Raiders. We ain't talking about no other California team. We talking about the Seahawks. So we gonna go? I don't bring. Y'all didn't even think we were gonna get far. Nobody even thought we were gonna get this far. Oh yeah, did I forget the 49ers? Smack them too. Smack them too. Everybody get a smacking. Bird gang, baby. Bird gang. Birds of a feather flock together. That's all I gotta say.
What's your score? What's the score prediction?
Seahawks Super Bowl champions. Them, I don't care.
I got the Patriots 18, the Seahawks 12.
Oh, upset city!
Upset defense wins championships.
You so. And who's the best defense?
I don't see them now. You guys gonna kick a couple field goals.
You so
first
disrespectful.
Half. In the second half, y'all gonna get desperate. Y'all gonna score a touchdown and go for a 2-point conversion and not get it and end the game with 12 points.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question right quick. Were you going for the Rams or the Seahawks?
I was going for the Seahawks.
Were you going for the Rams or the Seahawks?
I hate I'm a Niners fan, so I hate the Rams more than anybody. But I hate y'all second. So I went for y'all momentarily so that y'all could lose in the Super Bowl to the Patriots.
Do you hate us? Do you hate us because how we smacked on you guys?
Man, we was out there with the fifth stringers, man. We was out there with fifth stringers.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Man,
They had your
watch this
quarterback.
next
Wow.
year. What,
The
what you got? What you
disrespect.
got, man?
12
All right,
points.
so I I've always been a Niner hater since I'm a Raider fan, right there, and born into it, so I don't care about all the negative comments or feedback. Um, for the first time in my young life, even though I'm almost 40, I don't recall the Patriots being an underdog going into a Super Bowl. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing just good football. Um, Derek May seems like, is that his name, Derek May, right? He seems like he might have something. He might have something to prove. I mean, he played for North Carolina. He wasn't bad over there. Um, I know his shoulder's bad.
Drake,
He's been on
it
the
was
injury
Drake,
report
Drake
for the
May,
last two.
Drake May.
Drake, my bad. Drake May.
Yeah, Drake.
I don't know. You know, I don't do football, but I try. I try, right? But
Yeah.
what I looked up on him, other than him being on the injured reserve or injured list for the last week, he has a good resume. Like he seems like he could lead the team. Um, my defining factor though, while I'm saying I think that the Patriots going to win, it has nothing to do with football. Yaji Kedic knows where I'm gonna go with this. It's all because of Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. I really I'm just being as honest as I can be. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen what Taylor Swift did to Travis Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
we know how much drama has been just circulating around this guy. Like how many baby mamas he have right now currently pregnant? Like three or
I don't
four?
know.
Four, right? Four. Cardi B hasn't had the baby, correct?
She
No,
had
she
the
had
baby.
it.
Oh, she did have the baby?
Yeah.
All the
Okay.
babies, all the babies are born already. I think.
This man needs this championship. At least that will give him validation. No, I mean, hear me for real. If he doesn't win, they will say all of that getting around was for nothing. He can use it to save himself. I was so locked in on the championship, I couldn't commit to one woman. I was just trying to keep my eye on the prize. I was thinking with the wrong head the whole time. I'm just saying. And then my prediction on the score, I'm going something ridiculous. I'm going 42-36.
Well,
Patriots.
Patriots. Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's a heck. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm throwing I'm throwing defense out the window. I'm talking about kickoff return and punt return. Either
But
side.
Well,
but
Seattle
you
can
got the
do it.
number one defense. You got the number one defense. I
Yeah.
don't think it's
That's
gonna be a
why
high scoring
I
game.
told you. But listen, I told you the entire Super Bowl is about Cardi B. So we're not going to see defense. We're going to see offense. We're going to see a complete misdirection.
I think the Patriots are going to play a time possession game. I think
Yeah.
that they're
That's
going to
true.
try to hold the ball for as long as possible,
Yeah.
get these first downs and run these clocks out
You
because they
can't run
don't.
against Seattle though.
I know, but you can't. You
Who's
can't.
stopping
But they're
Walker?
both top tier quarterbacks, though. They're top tier
Yeah, no.
quarterbacks. They're
It would
leading the
have
But you
to
got
charge
be
you
for
have to
20
have
plus
stopping
some type
yards.
of
Walker?
strategy. I think that
Drake May would have to run it. Like do those quarterback bootlegs and
uh
wags. Like those
Who
kind of
time
would
of
runs. Just
possession.
who would
run it up
have
against the middle and they're gonna do it. Go
who's
ahead.
stopping
If
Walker?
you give if you're gonna
Who's
give if you're gonna give Darnold the ball 25 times in the game, you're gonna lose. But
He's
if you
gonna throw
can
a pick.
limit him,
He's gonna throw one pick.
but
y'all?
if
They
you could
said that
control the
about the
possession of the
Rams.
game,
They said that
then
about
I
the
think that
Rams.
they can control the
Come
tempo
No.
on
of the
now.
game and they can pull out the
Look,
victory. So I
They
think
Rams
the
are
said
gonna be
that.
Patriots
stuck.
will
They
control
said
the
that about
clock
the
and
Rams.
control the tempo of the game, and that's how they're gonna
Put
get this
some
victory.
respect on our quarterback. Put
No.
some
I
respect on
think
our quarterback's name.
honestly,
Put some respect on our quarterback's name.
I think Darnold's gonna win
Dang
the
it. Y'all
if
said
they
that
win
last
it,
time.
Darnold's gonna win the MVP. He's gonna win the Super Bowl MVP, I think. Now
JSN? What about JSN? You think
no.
JSN?
Who's
And
It'll
stopping
be
see,
Darnold over JSN?
no, I think they're gonna put
who's stopping
Gonzalez on.
Walker?
They're gonna put
Walker.
Gonzalez on JSN, like man to
Mm-hmm.
man, the whole place. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna get some
Follow
catches.
him.
Don't get me wrong, but he gonna follow him the
Did you get
whole game. You know,
did you
so it's
guys
gonna be
see
a little
what
bit hard.
Walker has been doing in the playoffs?
Yeah.
No,
No.
No, he's been great. He's
Okay.
been great.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
have to say he's top 3 receiver in the league right now. I give him that.
With
He's top
JSN?
3. Yeah, JSN, he's
No,
top 3 right
he's
now.
excellent, and I'm
I
really
would-
curious
I'm
to
talking-
see what
he's
I'm
what
talking Walker.
he's what Jamar Chase was 2 years ago. So
And what team he played for? The Seahawks.
But and
Who's
Jamar
Stockton
Chase was
Walker?
in the when Jamar Chase was in the Super Bowl with Burrow a couple. This reminds me of that same type of thing.
Yeah, but Seattle's more of a. If you notice, they're more of a running team. They're going to run it with Walker a ton.
Thank you.
It's kind of like in a way, it's weird. They are just like the Legion of Boom. I swear to goodness, they have a good running back, a quarterback that like doesn't really make too many mistakes, a great defense, a great corners, great defensive line. You know what I'm saying? Swear to God. Now, dude is way younger than Pete Carroll was, but like they are built just like the old Seattle. Now, like I said, if the Patriots put Gonzagas on JSN the whole game, I would be interested to see what happens with that. But I think the Patriots, because like Mike Vrabel gonna come up with a good game plan. The Patriots gonna come up with a good game plan. They're smart coaches, but I just feel like as far as talent for talent, Seattle has too much of it unless they're gonna,
You can't say stuff like that. You can't say stuff like that.
How many Super Bowls do Vrabel got?
He got as a player or as a coach?
As a player,
he got 3.
What, 3?
Yeah.
He got 3.
Yes.
Who even on the Seahawks got any rings?
Hold on.
It don't matter.
Nobody.
It don't
There's
matter.
no experience. No one in the
Cooper
room.
Cup. Cooper Cup has a Super Bowl.
Cooper guys that
Yes,
won. He
yes,
has
with
one.
the
Okay,
Rams,
I
with
give
the
it to him.
Rams.
Cooper Cup.
Other than Cooper
yeah.
Cup, no one hadn't even sniffed anything close
don't
to
matter.
this. They have no
It don't matter.
experience at this.
It don't
But
matter.
you got to
It
remember,
matters.
It don't matter.
the first
matters.
Seattle team that beat Denver had no experience too, and they beat the brakes off of Denver. You feel me?
True.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, I don't know.
That they got a lot of talent. They got a mess load of talent, and they're all young.
So the halftime show, man. We
Better
got
put some respect on them.
Bad Bunny doing our halftime show, man. A lot of people, a lot of NFL or football fans are saying, why is he the halftime performer? This has nothing to do with football. It's not a good fit for the Super Bowl. Why this genre? Him himself has came out and said that he is not going to perform not one word in English. Now, there were also reports that came out that he said that he was going to wear a dress. Then it came out and said that he is not going to wear a dress. Then it came out and said that he may be wearing a dress and doing a costume change. So we don't know what the whole thing is. It's a whole thing, and everybody's in an uproar. There have actually been petitions trying to get them to replace the Super Bowl performer. Now, if you remember, the NFL has been trying to take it international. They had 8 games overseas this year. They had
Felt
some
like
in
50.
Mexico.
Felt
They
like
had
50
some in
games,
Mexico,
Joe.
so it was a whole bunch of overseas. They even had some in Mexico. But I think that they're trying to make the Super Bowl as big as possible. Kendrick Lamar broke the viewership record last year, and I think that they're going for the viewership record. He's the biggest Latin artist ever. He just won Artist of the Year at the Grammys, yesterday?
Did he?
So, yeah. First Latin artist to win Artist of the Year at the Grammys ever, and he won it yesterday.
Ironic.
Well,
Ironic.
No, they want to pump it up. I think like they're trying to get, like you said, the Latin people and Hispanics, because they know that's a big market for that. I don't know why he wouldn't sing those songs in English, but especially I don't know why he would wear it. I mean, the dress thing, whatever. I'm not even going to touch that. I'm not going to touch that. But I think they're trying to get the Latin thing, and I get it, but like, because they did that already with J-Lo and Sierra, years ago, when they both did a halftime show. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. I'm not really paying attention to it. That'll be when I go get my food, in my drink. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paying attention to no halftime show. So, I'll be paying attention to the game, not the halftime show.
What you got?
Yeah, I'm
What you
following
got,
you.
y'all?
I'll go, yeah, my bad.
Please don't pull up, man. He better not come out with no dress.
I don't want to touch that.
He better not, man. I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm gonna stay away from it too. I'm going to first and foremost come out and say, who's the one that brings these performers?
Jay-Z.
Who's in charge of? Oh. Mm-hmm. Got it. So, boy comes out and maybe it's the same dress that was on that island. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, football is considered America's sport. So if I had a feeling he was going to do like some songs in like his native tongue, I don't know if it's Spanish or not, but whatever. I knew he was going to do some songs, but if they say he going to do all songs, so I'm going to watch a whole Us in America, which our first language is English. You telling me you about to do a whole halftime show and the American folks aren't going to know what the heck he's saying unless they finish their courses in Spanish and they did their little
Now, a lot of people said that a lot of people said that they didn't understand what Kendrick Lamar was saying. So if they saying what's the difference? They didn't understand Kendrick Lamar and what he was talking about.
Yeah, but he at least was speaking English. That's just people trying. You can leave. Okay, maybe you don't listen to rap. That's cool. That's fine. But another language, and see, I get it. I understand. America, we are a melting pot of different cultures and everything of that nature. But at the end of the day, the basis is what the basis is. If he gonna do his thing, go ahead, do your thing. But I better be able to know half of these songs in English. That's all I'm asking. Just like give it to me in English so I can know, or at least have a translator after you say something like "Hola." Somebody come right after you and say hello. I'm like, okay.
Well,
put the captions on.
I'm here.
Put the captions on.
They've had these rock bands, and we didn't know not one of these rock bands. There was no. They've had, I'll say 80% of the performers throughout our life. We did not know any of the music from the performers.
The
and
funny
we didn't
thing
say
is
nothing about it. So
that's
why are
fine.
we worried about it now?
People want them to bring back Lizzo because remember Lizzo was the first
I ain't
choice.
worried about that.
They wanted Lizzo. They want Lizzo back.
That's fine. I understand. I understand if you can't understand it from the standpoint of I don't listen to rap and Kendrick Lamar. I didn't understand what he was talking about, right? But he still did it in English. That's all I'm saying. Like, at least make it it's America's game. Our native language is English. So why not gonna do like matter of fact, I'll end it like this and I'll give it to you, Mir. I'd rather him do it all in Spanish than him change into a dress. I'll just leave it there.
Look, for you to say those two things, I think is why we're not. No, look, we're not even taking in consideration how serious this could spend energy. This is what type of man? Is he black?
He's
no.
Is he black? Is he black?
What
What
is
is he?
he? Is he
I think
Dominican? No,
Dominican. I think he's Dominican or Puerto
Okay,
Rican. Puerto
okay.
Rican, I think.
he's
Would
Puerto
would you
Rican.
cons
That's what he
would
is.
you
He's Puerto
Maybe.
consider
Rican.
would you consider him a potential I don't know, a person that would be targeted by a certain group of people in a setting where they would be checking to see whether or not he was documented or not? Like, think about
I,
the
Mm,
average
I see
American
where you're
who
going.
loves football. Okay, think about the blue collar denim wearing um whoever trying to do whatever it is that they're trying to do during the football game. I'm sorry, my daughters are outside and they're just throwing me off. I can hear them. And they're not sitting back going, oh, yeah, let me go over here and get my ribs, or let me go get my Coors Light or my Millers. Let me go. I want to see what type of cornball trash they got for halftime this year. Because last year I didn't want to see this, whoever Lamar is, talking about all this Drake and all. Who is these people that they're talking about? I don't follow none of that trash. And now you're going to you can't even put a monkey on stage to Jigaboo. Who is this guy? And you're talking about he's going to wear a dress? We don't stand on,
Hmm.
men don't wear dresses. Aneurysm, heart attack. I don't know, but people are going to be just as emotional as I just acted just because they don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. My father-in-law, for example, he's turning 70. Okay. When I met my wife, I swear on everything I love, I thought that man was full-blown Hispanic. I thought he spoke Spanish. I thought with a last name like Lobato that I was marrying into a traditional Mexican family. And sure enough, he's not at all. I'm let down. You can ask my kids, you can ask y'all, my brother. I am extremely let down because I thought I was gonna learn Spanish for free. No disrespect to nobody. I don't want Rosetta Stone. I wanted to learn Spanish from people who knew how to roll the R, that had authentic. I wanted to learn how to like cook authentic salsa, guacamole that was different, right? And if you're culturally, or if you're locked in culturally, right, there's certain things you expect. If Bad Bunny is not black, everyone's going to perceive him to be Hispanic. It doesn't matter if he's Dominican, doesn't matter if he's Puerto Rican, doesn't matter if he's Cuban, doesn't matter what. That goes hand in hand with what three-letter group right now that has all of us with high anxiety. So you're going to
mhm.
have a Hispanic looking man on TV on the most viewed day, on the most viewed event across the globe. And we're just going to sit back and laugh about it. And I'm not saying us for it. I'm saying everybody else is going to crash the F out completely. And if he's in a dress, if he shakes his hips, if he does anything that's not model American, uproar, burn it down.
I think that it's all a form of protest, man. This is just
But
what
Caleb, not to
was
cut you off,
what
but not to cut you off, we didn't know this was going to be the way it is right now 6 months ago or
well
8 months ago when they announced that
was
he was going to be
was
it, did we?
was 6 months ago the ice raids were going on in California. They were right here in our
Right.
backyard.
There we
So
go.
so we
So
did
we
see
knew
it
it was
coming
building up. Thank you.
because we were in the beginning. You started here, but there's 50 countries, 50
Right.
states.
Right.
You're just getting started, and you have 4 years of this, and you stated that you're not going to let up the budget and that you'll shut down the government before you not fund this. So you're saying that you're going to run this program your entirety of your presidency, and you clearly have ran on that, and you have stand on that as clear as day. So I think that this was just all a form of protest. You watch the Grammys. How many speeches were talking about these different type of things going on, about what's
Yep.
going on in Minnesota, about what's going on with Don Lennon, about what's going on in the country? Every damn speech was about this. And then when they ask people like Jelly Roll, which is a white artist that's been seen with Trump, his response is, "Oh, you don't want no response from me. You don't want your politics from me. Oh, I'm just a hick old white boy. You don't want no answer from me." But then you over there dancing and partying with the president. So it's like, if that was a black person, though, we wouldn't accept those type of answers. So I
Correct.
don't know. I just think that when it comes to the NFL and this move, I think it's two things. I think it's a protest, and I think it's a money grab. They want the protest because they know that right now this is a volatile thing. They could predict the future. They have a lot of more intel on what's going to happen in the future than we do. So they probably could have seen this coming, probably seen that this was where the country was going to be at this moment, and that's why they made their choice. Now, as far as the actual performance, I think that they're just looking a way to top themselves. Kendrick Lamar was top of the game, beefing with Drake. They decided to piggyback off of that and go into this. Bad Bunny is the hottest Hispanic artist ever. His trajectory is just going up. Let's jump on it while it's going up. Let's not wait till it get there to jump on it. Let's jump on the train while it's headed there so that we can get and benefit from it. So I think that they're just really just jumping on whatever train is hot 6 months
Caleb, I
before the
got a
Super
question for
Bowl.
you. I got a question for
Yeah.
you. Does Bad Bunny and Drake have a collaboration?
They probably do. I'm honestly,
And
I've never
if they
listened to Bad
did,
Bunny.
look, and if they did, that would then help Drake with his trajectory trying to become even more international as an artist. And that would give him a get back off of Kendrick Lamar's Grammy wins. I'm just
Now,
trying to spin a whole bunch of nonsense.
not every performer brings out a guest performer. You remember?
I mean,
So
I'm just
that
saying,
would be crazy to bring out Drake as your guest performer, but Drake doesn't. Is it in Spanish? Is the song in Spanish? Because he said
Drake raps in Spanish. What are you talking about? He has
No, no,
songs in
no, no.
Spanish.
He has a collab with Cardi B though.
Ah,
that.
ho,
You see?
oh,
And she
Oh,
speaks
that.
Spanish.
And she ain't she Dominican? Matter of fact,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
not even black. She's
No, no, no. She's
Dominican.
not
She's
black.
not
She's
even black.
yeah.
So that would be perfect to do that.
It don't matter.
And she come out and she rap in
Seahawk
Spanish,
Nation
and her
still.
dude is in the. It all
I'm
makes
just kidding.
sense. I mean, for the ratings though, it would break the internet, and that's what they
It
want to
would,
do.
hey,
They're looking to
facts.
break the internet. That's it. That's all.
Yes,
They don't. The
yes,
game is the game, but they, from the entertainment standpoint, they want the highest viewership ever, and they're always looking to beat last year's numbers. They beat the record last year. They're trying to beat it again, and that's why I think they went with the whole Bad Bunny play. And honestly, I think it's gonna work. I think that they're gonna blow Kendrick Lamar's numbers out of the water. And whether we like it or not, it ain't for us. Everything ain't for us. I think that
facts.
black people, the moment we don't like some shit, we be like, ugh, like, hey, everything ain't for us. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta watch it. You could turn the channel if you really want. I don't. It's not gonna affect the viewership. They still gonna get their numbers. They're still charging whatever they want for the commercials. They already got their bread. They
Mhm.
gonna eat. So I advise you to figure out how to eat yourself, man. It's crazy. But let's get to this political landscape, man, because Don Lemon, man. Have you heard on Don Lemon? So former CNN reporter Don Lemon, he was arrested at the Grammys. Actually, he was doing Grammy coverage and he was arrested. What the hell? My damn dogs came in here. Now, and it hasn't came out officially with his charges on why he was arrested. But as a journalist, you are responsible for putting out the truth. You have a slew of rules that you have to follow as a journalist, and you can lose your credentials. Also, as a journalist, you have to be bipartisan. So you cannot join the protest. You cannot partake in a protest. You cannot choose sides in a protest. You can report a protest, but the moment that you partake in the protest or that you choose sides in the protest, your journalism is now one-sided, and your journalism essentially goes out the window. And now the whole basis of journalism doesn't exist in your reporting. So do y'all think that by Don Lennon actually partaking in the protests in the church, was he wrong? Should he be arrested for that? What are y'all thoughts on this whole thing?
Uh, well, I don't. Freedom of speech. We do have the freedom. Freedom of speech. The I can't think the amendment, but freedom of press, freedom of speech. You can kind of say not whatever you want, but like when you're going against the machine, which is Trump and the political party, like it's hard unless you're getting backing yourself. It's hard to go against the machine, man. So they can kind of do. Trump is like an outlaw, like I'm gonna do what I want to do, kind of thing. And so I wish that that he didn't get arrested, but if you're bad mouthing the machine, unless you got a machine backing you, it's hard to come out unscathed.
Well, I would say to it, yeah, you got see where we get it twisted a little bit is, yeah, you get your freedom of speech, but there's rules and regulations.
Agreed.
Your freedom of speech, yeah, you can say you can say what you want, but even when it comes down to a protest, protests are usually done on public property. Oh, so they could have did it outside of the church. Why are you inside of the church? Oh, wait. Now it's not public property. You are trespassing. Oh, but we
Yeah,
don't want to
they
throw
can't
that
bum
out
rush the
there.
church. Yeah, they could bum rush you on the ground. They can't bum rush the church.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right. You're right on that one.
So I have my press credentials here, and I'll read you the back because you have to do a sworn statement. I, Caleb Damone Vance, reporter and anchor of politics and broadcasting, swear to uphold the law of the land and report the truth under any circumstances. I will report without any personal bias to protect those sources. Those sources relay sensitive information in a sensitive, professional, and ethical manner, regardless of peril to myself. This is a sworn statement, hand on the Bible, that you have to do, stating that you will be unbiased. So when you go and you partake or you participate in any side of it, you are literally breaking your oath that you made to the people. So if you don't want to do journalism,
Mm,
don't do journalism. Go be a content creator.
mm,
Go report on whatever you want to, and
mm,
you can follow whatever rules you want. But under rules, you have to follow them. And I think that him participating in the whole thing was just you can't do whatever you want. Were your intentions right? Yes. But were your actions wrong? Yes, two things can be right at the same time. Did he intend to do well? Yes. But did he do something illegal? Yes. Is Trump going after him? Yes. But you know that. So the moment that you decided to go and do that illegal action, you knew that you gave him the leeway to go get you. A lot of people ride a bicycle without a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to stop you without a
they
helmet?
can get you.
No. But if the cop wants to fuck with you and you're riding a bicycle without a helmet, he
They
can pull
can.
you over. And
This is
that's what
true.
he did. And how stupid is
But it's
that
the
that you're
cop's
getting
fault.
pulled over for not having a helmet? But how simple is it to just put a helmet on also on the other side of the coin? So, I mean, two things can be true. And I think that, yeah, was he targeted? Yeah, is Trump trying to do this on purpose? Yeah, but understanding that you have that target on your back, you have to move different. You have to approach it different, especially as a black man. I think a lot of times, once as a black man, when you make it to a certain point in life, once you do a certain, you get in these rooms, you get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Jay Z, speaking of Jay Z, he has that story of OJ song where he talked about OJ and how he's like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Mhm.
like, hey, a lot of times as a black man, you get in these rooms, you get this camaraderie. And you don't, you think these people are your friends? You think these people are even your associates? because you have camaraderie and you can exist with these people in these rooms and that you can laugh and kiki and do you think that they're your friends. And at the end of the day, you're still a black man in America, man. Never forget that shit, man.
Facts.
And that's the biggest lesson to learn from anything. Cause my dog's coming in, they gotta go to the bathroom, man. But yeah, man. They just wilding out, man. I think Don Lennon was tripping, man. He was tripping, man. You
I
as a
heard
black
I
man.
heard they I heard they arrested Georgia Fort also, like right after, like a day or two after they had that she had like some FBI agents at her door, and she called her attorney, and they were like,
uh,
unfortunately, you're gonna have to turn yourself in. Like you
Because
either drive
she was
yourself.
a what? She was a Cameron person.
She was an additional like reporter or something. I was trying to do some research on the topic today.
Uh-huh.
Went through YouTube and I'm just looking it up, and one of the reports was about this Georgia Fort reporter who also got arrested in the same thing, or like a part of this whole incident at the church. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it
believe
makes sense. I
I
think it's
believe
the
that she
church
was
though.
his
His
cameraman. I think
yeah,
that she was the cameraman in the incident,
she wasn't
and she's getting.
independent, but she was like his hired cameraman or
Hmm.
something like that. And he was trying to spin the narrative that he wasn't doing
Guilty
any
by
reporting
association.
for CNN or ABC or anything. He was just being an independent reporter, just trying to find out what was going on. But like y'all said, once you are on the property or inside the
He
churches,
wasn't trying
you
to.
know, you've. But see, it's kind of
Uh-uh.
weird, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the circumstance is. The church is not even safe anymore regardless. You had the shooting last year in the church, and now you have people getting arrested in the church for reporting what's going on. It's like there's nowhere you can go to do anything. You just
Yeah.
kind of have to
Yeah.
shut up and
But
turn the.
when it comes to churches though, there's a separation of church and state.
Correct,
So you
correct,
gotta
right.
remember that the laws are different. Just how when you do something on
Hmm.
like government land, when you do something on religious land, it holds whole different laws
Yes,
because
it
of the
does. Yes, it
separation
does.
of church and state. And I think that this is where this gray ground, this middle ground is falling. And I think that as a journalist, how long was he working for CNN? He's a 30 plus year journalist. You know the rules, you know what you was doing, and I think that ultimately he knows his intentions, and his intentions was to do whatever he did, and when the people came for him, their intentions were to get you for doing whatever you did, man. So don't throw rocks and hide your hands. My mama always told me that you gonna throw rocks when you hit that motherfucker with the rock. When they turn around to see who threw it, you better be bold enough to stare them in the eye. Don't throw rocks and hide your hands, man. He gonna learn one way or another, man. But let's get up out of here before we close this out, man. Any closing remarks, everybody? You go first, Travis.
Uh, yep.
Oh, well, yeah, you can follow me at Travis W. Reed. That's REED Travis W on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, you can go to my website, aathletesjourney.com. And yeah, and follow me on YouTube as well. Subscribe to my show.
Yes, sir.
Man, I want to give a shout out to you, brothers. Thank you guys for coming on. It's been a long time in the making. Caleb, congratulations. Glad that you are back. Every time the world goes crazy, I'm like, where is my dude Caleb at? We got some things we need to talk about. So I'm glad that we back. So shout out to you fellas. Keep doing and handling man things. If you did want to follow me, it's to do man things, or you can check out me and my wife at Brand of Encouragement. But other than that, man, you guys keep your head up and your feet moving. And if you learned anything from today's podcast, make sure you put it inside your mind and overdose it in your spirit before it's your first day in the casket.
Mm.
Mm, that was tough.
And breaking news,
Uh,
Giannis to the Lakers.
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
right.
Yeah, right.
You're lying.
Hey, it's on Twitter.
Man, you lying, bro.
Man, that's
Is it
fake
Sham?
as hell,
Is it
man.
Sham? Has Sham said it?
It ain't
No,
Sham.
that ain't Sham.
Nah.
Well, they
man,
don't want to hear that, man. Don't be doing that. I had a preset. I had a preset closing. I'm like, oh shit! I was about to lose it myself. Like 2026, maybe it's ours. It's ours. It's mine. It's all mine.
Garbage.
Oh my gosh, Giannis,
wanna see the
Luka,
Lakers win.
LeBron. We would have had to give up AR though. There would have been no way we keep AR and get Giannis. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
James Harden for Darius Garland, they tripping.
Yeah. The Cleveland tripping for that one.
James Harden and Lonzo Ball together is a good look, and Donovan Mitchell and Mobley.
Lonzo Ball don't even play.
No.
Hey, don't do that to that man. That man is still a great point guard. He is still an exceptional point guard.
Yeah.
I mean, he got more time left than Westbrook, but I want to shout out you guys for this. Caleb, thanks for finally coming back and doing this podcast stuff, because we need to get all of our unnecessary testosterone as men. The world is just kind of crazy right now. I want to personally shout out, per the usual, the children are the focus. Or I'm sorry, I'm all emotional right now thinking about Giannis and the Lakers. Can't believe this guy. The children are the future. We need to focus on them. Currently in this AV, everybody's playing basketball. Everybody's going up. Everybody's trying to have a lot of clips and all this stuff. I just want to say how grateful I am that my niece, my nephew, and my 3 daughters are all playing high integrity basketball. They go into gyms. They show good respect. They show good integrity. They show good sportsmanship. They get disrespected. They don't return it. So I just want to shout them out if they decide to come back and watch the podcast. No, I love them.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to y'all brothers for joining me, man. It's been a long road. This last 2 years, man, has been probably the roughest 2 years of my life, honestly. I've been through a lot. I'm not one to complain. I'm not a complainer, so I just take life on the chin and keep it pushing. But I can't lie, there's been some times where, shit, it's been the lowest that I've been, and nobody knew, and it's crazy that sometimes, like, I was talking to my wife the other week, and we were talking about how you'll share news. You'll be like, hey, I got this promotion. And it's like, how happy are people supposed to be for you if you never even told them that you were going for the promotion, or that you were even preparing, or that that's something that you were going for? So a lot of times as men, we don't share what we're going through until we get to the other side. So I think that that's one thing I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to be more open with what I'm going through while I'm going through it, not just on the back end of it. You know what I'm saying? And as far as motivation, man, motivation comes and goes, man. It's hard to stay motivated, man. But when you got people like y'all brothers, man, that just keep going at it, that just wake up every day and chase it down, it gives you that motivation to come back. It gives you that motivation to pick yourself up and do it again. So I don't know what y'all gonna do with y'all life, but I'm gonna get to it, man. PolitiKan the podcast. We are.
Smoking dank Sinatra, that's all gas. On the hunt in a tall grass. Intercepting every ball pass, then I run it back, that's a TD. Check the scoreboard, y'all last. We up one, you see me. Pussy niggas wanna talk about it, go to Hellcat, no demon. I be politicking on your broadcast at the red carpet like the famous homie. Act your bitch, really famous homie, and you know it's in me. It ain't on me. So creative like I made Adobe. I've been balling like I play with Kobe.